Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Moran and you are on Moran Arcana reading, and this is going to be a reading for the month ahead. So just to know what energies are coming towards us, what we need to know, the messages that we should be aware of. So as you can see, there are a lot of decks, so it's going to be a very complete reading for the month. And I know we also have the full moon on Sunday, but I already did a reading for the full moon, so if you want to look at this as well to have more information regarding the new month and the full moon between, the two full moon phases, you're welcome to do it. You just go on my channel and you have the reading. But yeah, a lot of oracles that I will use as well. I will use the tarot, of course, but then I have plenty of messages as well for you for the month. There's some that are more related to career and life. This is more an affirmation, an angel number. This is for like a message for the animals. This is from the angels. And I will finish by a love message. So either you're looking for love, or you have someone in mind, or you are in a relationship. I will pull some cards for this at the end. So if you're not interested by love, you can just not stay until the end. You can just skip this part. But if you're interested in love, that will be at the end. Of course, the tarot can also speak about love, but we'll see how it goes. So I will put all the decks, the oracle decks, on the side for now, and we can start with the tarot. Just bear with me one moment while I try to figure out space to put all the decks, and yeah, and then we'll go ahead with the reading. So we're going to start with the tarot. So as always, I will shuffle the deck 3 times, and then I will cut the pile in 3. While I shuffle the deck, if you can think of your situation, the answers that you want to know, the things that you want to know for this month ahead, and then we'll go ahead with the reading. So if you can just focus on this while I shuffle the cards, and then we can go ahead. So I will just pull, like I do, 5 cards just to have the energies. If we need to know more about something, we'll clarify. But then we also have a lot of oracle cards to go through, so I don't want the video to be extremely long, but we'll go ahead and give you the message that you need to hear. Okay, so we have a lot of good things happening, but also there's only one major arcana, so it's the main energy will be this card, and it's the strength card. But let's go ahead and see what we have. So we have the 2 of Cups. So this month will be about connections. It will be about making sure that you are surrounding yourself with the right people, the people that are supporting you, the people that want you to succeed. It speaks about connections. So it's a strong connection that is going to happen in your life, or is maybe strengthening in your life. So you maybe already have like a strong connection, and this connection will strengthen in your life for the month ahead. So this is a card that says like it's basically 2 souls reuniting, and it's a very strong bond, okay? And it doesn't have to be love. Again, if you're looking for love, this is a good sign usually that you may meet someone that meets the requirements that you have for love. But it doesn't have to be for love only. It can be a friendship, it can be a business partner that you meet in the month of June, that you really have a strong bond, and you are able to push yourself together to build a better life, okay, and to be someone better, to achieve goals together. So it's a card that speaks about this. It's basically a connection that will happen between 2 people that are almost like soulmates, and soulmates, again, it's a term that is usually referenced as a love partnership, but soulmates can be anything, you know. It's your soul at the end of the day. It's just two souls that are part of the same soul family, and they are friends, you know. Soul mates also means friends. It doesn't necessarily mean someone, you know, a relationship, a partner, like a love relationship. So it's basically this. It's two people connecting more than on a surface level. They are connected on the soul level. On they think the same way, they act the same way, they think about life the same way, they approach things the same way. And if not, they are willing to learn from each other. So there's also a very good exchange of energy between these two people that you can see here. For example, you can see on this card there's some kind of fluid that is being exchanged between two people. So very good sign. There's someone, you know, coming into your life that is going to be a business partnership or anything like this. And looking at this, it looks like is going to be successful. So we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's some kind of new project as well that is starting. So again, it could be a new relationship, a new friendship. It could be something like this, or it could be, like I said, a business partnership. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles that is more related to everything physical, everything like business, job, you know, projects that are rooted in the earth plane. So it's very much like, you know, putting your hands in the dirt, you know. It's very much a grounded energy. So it's not something out there. So there is a new beginning starting like this. So whether you are starting a new job, want to start a new job, and maybe a friend of yours is going to introduce you to this job and is going to strengthen your relationship, or maybe you're going to start a business with someone, you know, like one of your friend or someone that you have a strong relationship with. It can be at work as well. You have a colleague at work and you both been thinking about, you know, leaving this job, and you both interested in the same thing, and there's some kind of discussion happening where you both want to start a new project. This card says that it's only the beginning, it's only the first seed, and you have to tend to it to make it grow into a beautiful tree of abundance, okay? But it's also saying that you have to make the first move, you have to plant the seed in order to be able to see it grow, okay? It will not happen from a day to another, so you will have to put actions towards starting something new. But there's definitely something new that wants to come out, so something in your life that wants to start. So it could be, again, as I told you, it could be a new job, it could be you starting a new business, but it could be you starting a new relationship, it could be you wanting to move out, it could be anything like this. It's a new project, that is only at the first stages of growth. So you will need to make sure to take care of it, to tend to it, to put water, you know. The seed is not gonna grow if it doesn't have all the nutrients. So you will need to make sure that it has water, to make sure that it's not being, you know, eaten by animals. I'm just taking an example as, you know, a seed growing up. So yeah, new beginnings, very good sign for new beginnings, especially on a material level, okay? So there's maybe like some kind of business that you want to work on. For the next card, we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands, we've been having this card quite a lot, so I'm using different decks all the time, but all the time the Six of Wands comes back. So it's good sign, is because the Six of Wands speaks about victory. It speaks about you being under the spotlight, you being the star of the show, the star of your own life, and basically being victorious. It's almost like you've been to war, and you come back and you're victorious, and everyone is praising you, and, you know, is putting you under the spotlight. You're very inspiring to others because of the success that you're experiencing. So it could be related to this new project, in correlation with this new person coming into your life. If you're attracting love, for example, and you meet someone, obviously you will feel victorious, because you will feel like, finally I found the right person. But if it's not regarding love, it's just regarding, like, I don't know, the first stage of a new business, or even you, you know, starting your own business, or you leaving your workplace to start a new business in cooperation with someone, is gonna be like a victory. It's also a card that speaks about not forgetting to celebrate smallest victories. So again, like if it's you, you know, quitting your job to start a new business, and you feel that that's good, that's what you want to do, that's aligned with who you are, and it might seem small to others, but to you it feels important, don't forget to acknowledge it as a victory and celebrate it, and make sure to express it as well to others, that you're very proud of yourself for doing it, and you feel it's the right thing to do, and you're very aligned with it. So again, a very good omen. You are under the spotlight. It's also something that it's a card that says, like, don't be afraid to be the star of the show. Don't be afraid to be under the spotlight. Just, you know, if what you're doing is successful, just don't be afraid to share it, to share the success. You know, don't be afraid, because you will inspire others by doing this. So very good card as well. Then we have the Strength card. It's another card that keeps coming out as well. I think in the last few readings I've done, it keeps coming out. And the Strength card doesn't speak about physical strength, obviously. It's more emotional and mental strength. So it means that in the upcoming month, you will need to exert some kind of strength. Maybe all the things that are happening, I'm thinking more about the Six of Wands, you know, when we are feeling victorious and feeling like things are going our way, we can become a little bit arrogant. The Strength card is a representation of the sign Leo, and we know Leo can sometimes be arrogant. It's just in their nature. They like to be the center of attention, and they like to be a little bit arrogant sometimes. You know, they've done it all and they know it all type of behavior sometimes. And I'm not saying it's all Leos, it's just a part of who they can be. So it's just to explain a little bit the meaning of the card, that it's good to be victorious, it's good to share the success, but you don't have to share this success by being arrogant, you know, and diminishing others, or thinking like you are better than others. So there's gonna be some type of control that you will have to do as well with this victory coming. Control of your own emotions. And also the Strength card is a card that speaks about passion, because again, it's a sign of Leo. Leo is a fire sign. Fire signs, this is a card representing fire as well. Fire signs are very passionate, and sometimes they can let this passion take over. So this card also says, like, tame the lion within you, you know, the Leo within you that wants to express itself and be, you know, all about passion and all these type of things. And then if you try to tame it, tame the energy, you will be able to have a clearer vision. Because if you let passion drive you, which is good, but if it's not controlled, you will go in every direction. So you need to exert some control over the passion that you will feel over the upcoming month. So very good card as well. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles speaks about you. I usually call it like a little bit like the self-pity card, as well as the Five of Cups. But the Five of Pentacles is basically, so it could be a sign that you are staying in a state of financial scarcity. With the Ace of Pentacles and this new project that you want to start, maybe you are afraid to start this new thing because you're worried about money, which is normal in this time and in this economy. We are all worried about money. So it's just saying that don't be afraid, just plan things out, plan things like, you know, in order to be able to be successful. And, you know, realize that you have to take care of this new project that you want to do, and then scarcity won't be there. But it's also a card that speaks about not hesitating to ask for help when we need it, whether it's financial help or, you know, just mental help or advices on how to do this or that, because you can see here this person is kind of like being sad in her corner, but there's a key there and there's the door that can open there. But if this person would just turn around and look at the key, she will be able to see that she's not locked outside in the dark. She can easily come inside in the warmth and with light, but she decides to stay focused on the thing that she's scared of, so the scarcity and the things that could go wrong. So you need to make sure to ask for help if you need it, and not stay stuck in a mindset of scarcity. And also remember that you have all the tools within you to be able to change your life, or get help or advices or anything like this. So don't be afraid to ask for help, and you can help yourself as well. Just shift your perspective. Don't be too scared of scarcity. You just have to know that, yeah, maybe if you have a new project, first of all, from what I see here, it will be successful, it will be great, but you need to know that it's only the beginning. So you won't be able to see the end goal. You won't be able to see the end of the road. You won't be able to see where this project is going to lead you. But as long as you are following your heart and you have a plan in action and you tend to this new project, you make sure that you nourish it, then it will be successful. And that's also why you have the strength card, because it's also advising you to be strong and not let yourself trapped by fear with this card, and fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough, fear of not knowing enough, all these type of things. Don't let this happen. Be strong, believe in yourself, believe in this project that you have in mind, and you will be able to manifest it. And then we have another card that is kind of like repeating a little bit what I've said, which is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, I usually call this card get out of your own head card, because it's basically what's happening. You have ambition, you have projects, you have things that you want to start, but you are letting your mind trap you. The Eight of Swords speaks about this. This sword suit is all about mind, and you letting your mind trap you. You can see here on this picture, this lady is in front of a mirror. She's not attached, but she sees herself as attached by these crows and all these things. And she's also, not realizing that these are just little threads. She can easily just move her arms like this, and she will be able to detach herself. But she's letting her mind trap her. Her mind trap her in fear of failure, in fear of not being enough, not knowing enough, not knowing where to go. And this is not how you manifest things. When you want to manifest something, when you want something to become a reality, you need to move your energy towards what you want. So let's say, for example, you want to start a new business. Well, you need to move your energy as if you already have this business. So you open your website, you create product categories, you order the things that you need to sell on your website, all these type of things, and little by little you will manifest it. It won't happen from a day to another. You need a plan in action, but you can't stay in a state of mind of I can't do it, I'm trapped, I don't know this, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, there's too much competition, all this kind of fear that you put in your brain that at the end of the day trap you, because the brain is very good at trapping us in a comfort but unfulfilling place, basically. So the brain doesn't like when it becomes uncomfortable. It is just a fact. We are, as human, we don't like it when it becomes uncomfortable. So the brain is preventing you to do something that is going to make the brain feel uncomfortable, just so it stays in this place of comfort. But it's not the thing that you need. It's the thing that it's just a coping mechanism. It's just a mechanism the brain has to avoid being in a place where we don't know things, we don't know where we are going, all these type of things that could be scary, but at the same time you need to start at some point. You need to plant the first seed, you need to believe in yourself, because otherwise nothing will ever move, and you will get stuck in this, you know, paralysis of thinking that you cannot do anything and you're trapped in this life and there's nothing that can change. When we can see here that there are a lot of things that could change. I would say these two cards are the most difficult ones, but again, it's cards that you have the power to change. You have the power to change how you let your mind trap you or not, and you have the power to act onto what you want to achieve and get out of this fear and scarcity mindset. So it's basically two cards that are saying, like, basically it's your own fault if you're trapped. You're letting yourself being trapped. So there's always a way out. You can always make sure that you can be not trapped and realize the dreams that you want to achieve, the goals that you want to achieve. So that was for the tarot reading. So now I'm gonna pull a few cards from the angels just to see what they have to say. Then we'll have some cards for, you know, work, life, all these type of things, but I will use this first. If you like the video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It helps me a lot, and it helps the channel grow, and it helps me grow as well. And yeah, don't hesitate to comment, because I'm always interested to know, you know, how it resonates with you. What's your life circumstances? Did it help? Did it not? To see this reading, all these type of things. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. But let's go ahead and see what messages we have from the angels. I will pull 3 cards. So we have the wheel. The first card is the wheel. So it says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. And that's exactly what I said before. So there's a new beginning and there's a success and happiness happening. Okay, the end of delays. So there's no delays anymore. The month of June is where things are going to move, or the month ahead, no matter when you look at this reading. I say June because I'm currently going into June, but this reading is timeless, so whenever you see it, it will be the right time. But yeah, this there's no delays anymore. In June, things are going to start moving. It's basically, but also it's a card that, again, I usually advise to people when the wheel is coming up. It's like the same as I told you. You need to plant the first seed for things to happen. And it's basically the same with the wheel. I said that you usually need to start pushing the wheel a little bit so it keeps turning in your favor. If you don't do anything with the wheel, it will not turn. So again, things will get stuck. So there isn't a need for you to start something. To start, it could be as minimal as you want, but you need to start. And this wheel that you will start pushing is going to lead you to success. So you need to just get out of your own head and get out of the fears and the scarcity mindset that you may be feeling at the minute and letting yourself trapped in. And you need to start pushing the wheel so it can finally go in your favor. But again, it says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in a direction that offers happiness. And it's Archangel Jeremiah. If you need to call on an archangel, you can even go on Google and ask for prayers to summon this archangel, and it will help you, it will help you showing you the way that you need to follow. Next card we have another major arcana, which is very important. And we have the Chariot, so it's Archangel Metatron. So again, you can summon these 2 archangels. And it says determination and self-control. I told you with the Strength card, you need to have some self-control. Even if you're determined and passionate, you need to be able to control your passion. Career advancement. So again, there's something changing in your career there, something that you may want to start, like a hobby that is going to become a career maybe, I don't know. Acknowledgement of success by others. This is exactly what the 6 of Wands is saying. As you can see, this person is on a stage There's all these people here acclaiming her, and I told you at the beginning, you will inspire others. So there's an acknowledgement of your success by others. So very good. And the last card we have the Three of Ariel, and it says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So again, I told you with the Two of Cups, there might be some kind of connection that will happen that will make you either think about what you want to do in life, or you will collaborate with this person or cooperate in some aspects with this person to create the life that you want. So basically, yeah, the angels are basically confirming what I wanted to say. But again, very good time to start moving. Basically, it's a card, it's a reading that says, okay, June or the month ahead is a moment to start planting the first seed, start moving, start pushing the wheel, but also stay controlled, you know, self-control and determination. Find the balance between passion and self-control. And it is very much related to your career from what I see. So it might be like the collective is more focused on career than love at the minute. But as I told you at the beginning of the reading, I will also check some cards for the people that are interested in love. But yeah, very good cards. You have two major arcanas here, so very good. So it's a total of 3. And you have this card as well that says, do what you love. So I think there is also an aspect of you finding out what you love and wanting to put actions towards what you love. So it becomes, you know, your main source of income maybe. But it's just the beginning, as I said. So make sure that you are planting the first seed, but also taking care of this first seed so you can finally do what you love. So it's a career and artistic endeavors. So it could be either you're an artist and you want to start living from your art, or it's a career that you want to change because you want to do something that is more relevant to who you are now. So it doesn't have to be an artistic thing. Let's say, for example, you work in an office and now you want to be a gardener. You know, it can just be as simple as that. But at least if gardening is your passion, then you can put goals towards this, and you say enough is enough. I don't want to work in an office anymore. I want to be a gardener, and I will build my own gardening company. So yeah, this is it. So now I'm going to look at these cards, which are more life and life and career again. So let's have a look. I will just pull 3 cards again, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think the month ahead is the moment to start. It's now. It's almost feeling like now or never. It's either you're going to do it now, or it's gonna be delayed again. But it's gonna lead to success. Like all these cards are showing that is going to be a success. There's going to be a progression of your life, especially in a career, job related field. So we have people skills, the first one, and it says, you have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or head of a company. So it reminds me more of the Two of Cups, where I told you need to collaborate with someone. I think like you have some people skills that are inspiring others, that you are able to bring them along in your adventure and convince them, okay, let's do it. And that's a very good skill to have support from others. But also, you know, if you were thinking of being a counselor, a salesperson, or anything like this, or a head of a company, so creating your own company, that could also be something that you could start. It's just a list of kind of jobs that are here, that are being shown to you. So I feel like there's a part of the collective that wants to change the current situation, especially on a job career level. Some people are happy with where they are now in life in the career, but I feel like the majority of the collective, or at least the people watching this video, they want to change something about their career. Next one, we have limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. So I told you with the Eight of Swords, you know, it's basically you, your mind trapping you. But as you can see, you can get around them with some careful thought. So if you have a plan in action, you won't feel as trapped anymore, because you know that you have a plan. So it's not as scary anymore, because you have a plan in action, so you know exactly what to do. So you can get out of this trap, you know. It's almost like looking like the same image, you know. So it's very Eight of Swords, giving me the same energy. But yeah, simply choose something better for you. So it comes back to do something that you love. So very good card again, that's, you know, relevant to the reading. But yeah, obstacles are not what they seem. Also, I told you the brain is very good at making us feel trapped, because it doesn't like uncomfortable things to happen. So it will make you think like, oh yeah, there's you won't be able to do this, you don't know enough, there's too many competitors, there's you don't have enough money, you don't have this, you don't have that, just so it doesn't get into this position. But it's not what it seems, it's actually easier, you can do what you love. And the next card we have is relationships. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. So, as I told you, business partners, that could be this. Office love affair, I mean, that's more related to career and everything, so I don't think it's relevant to this. And communication with coworkers are highlighted now. So I would just say be careful of who you trust and who you communicate your plans with, because some people will not have your best interest in mind. So especially in a company, you know, if you start speaking about building your own business and wanting to leave your company at some point, if someone that you cannot trust hears this, or you speak about it to someone that you cannot really trust, this can lead to some problems. Make choices with extreme care. Yeah. So that's it for this deck. So now I'm going to pull cards from the animals deck. So we have messages for the animal, from the animal. I will only pull 2 cards for this one. So let's go ahead and see what the animals have to say. What message do they have to say regarding this reading and for you? Let's have a look. Again, if you enjoy the reading, if it resonates with you, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we have number 33. I have to mention it as well because it's an angel number. So if you see this number 33 being repeated in any way, so for example, if you see it on a receipt, if you go to the shop and you pay 33 euros, 33 pounds, that could be a sign to come back to this reading and remember what I've told. But the horse spirit, it says freedom is yours. The horse is an incarnation of the freedom, okay? Freedom of being who you are, freedom of being who you want to be and do what you love, and freedom of being successful, being okay with showing that you are successful. And it's mostly, freedom of doing what you love. And maybe you're feeling trapped in your job, which you are not, because it's only limitation in your mind. And in your current job, you feel trapped, and that's just a sign to free yourself from this and start going after what you love and what you really want to achieve in life. And then we have Scarab Beetle Spirit, and it says magic works through you. So there's a lot of magic happening as well in your life currently. But as I said before, with this, this card that you have to start, you also have to realize that magic starts within you, or it will go through you and it will start with you. There's magic within you, and you just need to realize that you have the ability to manifest the life that you want, but you have to start at some point. You have to make sure that there is some aspects of you starting something, planting the first seed, like I said. So that's for the animals. And now for the last non-love related reading. I will pull an angel number card and I will read to you in a guidebook what it says. So you also have an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself throughout the month, just to help you with, you know, you can repeat it in the morning, you can repeat it at night. It's just helping you a little bit, again, come back to this reading and remember what was said, but also, you know, helping you being centered again and not letting, you know, the elements of life get to you too much. So let's have a look. And we have number 413 and it says synergy, and I feel like, yeah, this is what's happening at the minute. There's some kind of synergy that is happening, some kind of movement that is happening that is going to spark everything for the future. I think this month is very important. It almost feel like I told you, it's now or never. You have to start something and it will be rolling around like the wheel. It will start running, you know, and there will be a synergy of everything coming into place once you do the first step. But let's have a look at what the guidebook says and what affirmation you can have. So it's number 413 and it says, recognize that everything is a cycle, light and shadow, day and night, good and bad. It's all a balance. No one is just one thing, nor are we lone islands. Establish a network of mutual support in your communities. So I told you with this Two of Cups, creation begins with an idea, but it becomes infinitely more beautiful with collaboration. So there's this aspect of you putting actions toward an idea as well. This is a sign of strengthened bonds, of newly forged connections and standing by your friends. So yeah, there's something new as well that is going to start in terms of relationship. And then the affirmation, it says, it will work out better than I could ever imagine. So again, you know, with this, magic works through you and letting go of all the things that are scaring you, the limitations. But you have to repeat it 3 times, so I will repeat it 3 times with you. It will work out better than I could ever imagine. It will work out better than I could ever imagine. So again, very good affirmation. So yes, that was for the main reading. So very good reading, but I feel like I have to tell you the time is now and you have to start this thing that you've been thinking about for a long time. And when I say start something, I don't mean like quitting your job and become, you know, let's say your dream was to become an influencer. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow and become an influencer today, you know, like I don't say that. I'm saying like put a plan into action towards what you want to really achieve, but you have to start now. You have to plant the first seed. You have to maybe reach out to the person that is going to help you. You may have to look for information on how to start a business, all these type of things that are actions towards what you want to achieve. And now we're going to go through the love, a little bit more love for those who are looking for love. We are going to pull 3 cards as well. So I'm not too sure if it's gonna give messages for those who are on a relationship, those who are looking for love, those who are, you know, have someone in mind. I'm not too sure. That's why I will pull 3 cards and we'll see how it goes. The deck is in French, so I also have the mini English version here. So I will look for the English version of the French cards. I just wanted to use the bigger cards so you can see it, but I will use the mini versions to give you the exact translation in English. But yeah, let's have a look at what this deck has to say for the people looking for love. So if you're not interested in this, thank you very much for staying up until here, and I'll see you in the next reading. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and let me know how it resonates with you in your life. But yeah, if you're not interested in love, you can just leave and come back to the next reading next time. But thank you very much. So let's have a look at what we have here. So I will put 3 cards. Okay, so we have something about red flags, and then we have something about religious aspects of a relationship, and then we have something about shady things happening. So I'd say it's more concerning the people that are either already in a relationship that need to be careful, and if you're not looking for a relationship, if you're not in a relationship but you're looking for a relationship, don't jump on the first person that is giving you attention. That's kind of what I feel with these cards, but I'm gonna try to find the exact card that are in English, so at least I can give you the exact meaning of the card. So religious factor, we have it here. Pay attention to the red flag, and then we have this one, playfulness. Okay. So the first one is pay attention to red flags, and it says the signs are cautioning you. So we all know what red flags are. So if you're already in a relationship and it's just recently started, just be careful that you can see these red flags. There might be red flags showing up, and sometimes, you know, we don't want to see them because, for example, maybe you've been waiting for a relationship for a long time and you feeling a little bit you feel like you don't want to start again to look for a relationship. So sometimes we ignore the red flags, but we all know what the red flags are. You know, there are many red flags in people when we start a relationship, you know, controlling, all these type of things, you know, where it starts with a little thing like saying, for example, oh, you know, I'd rather you spending time with me than your friends. That's a little bit like controlling, or making you cancel plans to be with them, or, you know, all these type of things could be a red flag, for example. So you need to be you need to pay attention to the red flags. If you are in a relationship already, the red flags are already showing probably, and you deep down you know it, but you refuse to see them. And if you are looking for a relationship, don't settle again. Don't settle for the first person that you see. Make sure that you are spending enough time with the person to identify if there are any red flags. It doesn't mean that a new person that you will meet will have red flags, but make sure that you are paying attention enough when you start a new relationship to notice if there are red flags. Then we have religious factors here, and it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So yeah, there's a lot of aspects of you wanting to find someone that has the same religious values, and that's very good. So don't settle for less, you know, like if you are, because, you know, I believe, in my opinion, that if we are starting a relationship but we don't have either the same spiritual values or the same religious values, it's already starting on a rocky start. Because yes, fair enough, maybe it will work out, but at the same time, there's a part of you that cannot experience love as its fullest, or relationship as its fullest, because you will not be able to share the same experiences that you have with your religious upbringing, or your religious beliefs, or your spiritual beliefs, you know. So there will always be this kind of disconnection. So I would say that if you're looking for a relationship, don't settle, even if you think that could work. To me, I would say don't settle for someone that doesn't have at least some deep respect for either your spiritual practices, your spiritual path, or your religious beliefs. Either respect them, they might respect it and they might want to discuss it but not be part of it. At least you can share how you feel, and, you know, they're not gonna mock you because you believe this or that. You know, I was in a relationship in the past and the person was mocking my spiritual beliefs. So and it was because of their own spiritual upbringing, but yeah, it didn't work out, and it didn't work out not mainly because of that, but it was a part of it. Like, there was already a disconnection at the beginning. So yeah, I would say if you are looking for love, that's what I would say. If you're already in a relationship, your life, you need to realize that your love life is influenced by this, okay? So there are going to be some aspects where you might have to put things in order to be able to be like, okay, we are in a relationship, I know you're not religious, I know you're not spiritual, I know you don't believe in this or that, but I'll ask you to respect it and give me the space I need to experience my religious beliefs or my spiritual beliefs or path. And for the last one, we have playfulness. Playfulness here. So I put the bigger card so you can see. And it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yeah, if you are already in a relationship, maybe there's been some aspects of your relation that is becoming a little bit stale, I would say. It doesn't progress anymore, and there's some kind of playfulness that's left the relationship. So now you need to play again, you know, you need to be playful again. You need to find, you know, these first little moments that we spent together where we discovered about the person, and they could be goofy, they could be, you know, a little bit of a clown, and there could be these aspects that you need to regain a little bit, like regaining the youth of the relationship, the beginnings of the relationship. Remember why you are together, remember what you love to do together, and come out of the monotony of the everyday life, you know. And if you're looking for a relationship, it means that you don't have to hide the fact that you are a little bit like, you have a youthful mind, you know, and you like to be playful, and don't settle for someone that doesn't like this. If you are playful, if you are a little bit of, you know, a clown sometime, just allow yourself to be yourself. And I know sometimes when we want to start a new relationship with someone, we can hide part of ourselves that feel like maybe it's too much, maybe it's gonna be something that doesn't attract the person. And maybe it's true, but if it doesn't attract the person, it's because it's not the right person. The right person will always accept every part of you, or if they don't accept, at least, you know, there could be some discussions, but they will never, if it's a part of you, so if you are a playful person, a little bit of a clown, they will never say like, stop being a clown or stop being playful, I don't like it. If that's the case, that's a red flag, and you just need to leave. And you just need to not start this relationship. So yeah, that's what I would say. So the way of regaining romance or finding someone is to allow yourself to be, you know, fun and who you are. So yes, that was the reading for you guys. For those who stayed until the end, thank you very much for watching. Again, I repeat it, but please like, comment and subscribe, and let me know how it resonates with you. But thank you very much for everyone being here. I appreciate you, and I wish you a very good month, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye.